Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to the weekly outlook. Glad you guys, so many of you are here. Hope you can share the link so that more people can come, because I do get a lot of questions on Trading View itself in the chat in Trading View for me to tell people where I'm having my webinar. Two things you need to know. One is I'm banned from Trading View temporarily, and the second one is I cannot answer to your questions on the chat on Trading View. Everybody knows that. I cannot answer to your questions there. That means don't write me there and don't be angry that I'm not answering you. So if you're one of my followers, and I have 31,000 or more there, and you want to see what I do, you should look at the weekly webinar, which means on YouTube, you should have the opportunity to look at it. If you're not looking at it, then don't blame me. It's not my fault. It means you're not so much interested in what I do. Because I've been doing these webinars for 2 years or more. I think more than a year at least. So if you want to find me, you know where to find me. Those who are not interested, well, nothing I can do about it, right? Don't write me on the Trading View chat. I cannot answer you there. You can write me on Facebook and on Skype, and that is okay. All of you should like the Facebook page. I don't use it very often, but it's a page that you can always find me if I'm not anywhere else on the internet. You do have my Skype also. If you're interested in my course, use the Skype. Don't use the Facebook for that. I may not see the Facebook message for a whole week because I do not go there every day. If you want quick and instant access to me, use my Skype. You can always, you can always get me an M. Let me use a different color, red, probably use red. MANGAL 457. That's my Skype ID, yes. This is my fastest way of communication. And if you're interested in anything I do in my courses or anything, use this. Please Skype me and I will send you the information immediately, automatically, right? So if you're Skyping for any other reason and you get that info, just ignore it, right? But that info is so that people who are Skyping me get it for the course. The next course will be in September. This course is already completing almost. Going great so far, so September, right? So let's go. All of you, every single one of you should be in this cell. Remember, we took the challenge last week. Sell this and don't worry about it. See, you guys are learning how not to be afraid of the market, right? Well, guess what happened? One guy wrote me, said, hey, I lost $140 on your CAD sell. I'm like, yes. How did you do that? Because we are still making money in it. My entire group is in it. They have 300 people on this weekly outlook should be in it. How did you lose $140? Well, unless you're stupid. Sorry to say that, but you are not learning anything, right? And that is a sign that you're probably too crazy. You don't know what you're doing. You should learn. I keep saying, and I will repeat it. You can only be a good, successful trader if you have knowledge. There is no other way. You can go buy signals as much as you want. You can copy somebody else's trade as much as you want. You will not be successful. There's only one way to be successful. You have to have the knowledge how to trade. I could repeat this every single week, 3-4 times, and still people go buy signals. Why they want to buy signals? They're lazy. Lazy people are not good traders. You will lose your account many times until you learn that you cannot buy signals and be a successful trader. I've never ever heard of anyone who said, hey, I'm very successful at trading. I'm buying signals from this guy or from that guy. So please stop buying signals. If you're doing that today, unsubscribe tomorrow. You're wasting your money, you're wasting your time, and you would lose your account. Let's go. So don't write me and tell me you lost this trade when we are in the trade making money. You're also wasting your time if you do that, because that will not work well. Let's go. CAD. I will start with the CAD because there's a lot of interesting thing in the CAD that you should look at. And I've been speaking of this for quite some time. Now, if you're in the trade and you want if you're just taking it as a challenge, you can just move to break even. Put it to break even and don't worry. And the 1 hour, wherever you enter, it doesn't matter where you enter, put that to break even and don't worry about it if you're in the challenge only. If you're in a trade as a trade you want to take money in, you should move your stop, because there's a very good chance that this here is making a corrective structure and they could go back up for one more impulse. That possibility exists. Anybody, what is the question? I see some question marks. I'm not sure where that is coming from. So okay, I'll just ignore it for now. Hold all your chat until I'm finished, and I'll take all the questions you have. Yep, there is a chance that this could go back up. Now we don't know that for sure. Okay, let's put it this way. If anyone is having problem with song, type a yes. Only if you're having problem. Don't tell me you're not getting. If you're having problem, type a yes, because somebody's having a problem. Nobody. Then somebody should tell that guy that it is on his side. He has to log out and log in back. The sound is on his side, right? Let's go. So you want to move your stop to this level, to this level, to this level to take profit, because at some point this thing could go back up. Now, what would be the confirmation that they're going to keep going down? We would wait for a flag here and sell. We're moving our stops on it. In our group, we've moved our stops already and we're following it. So if we get a flag here, we will sell again. What are the opportunities in this one? I've repeated this many times and I've been following this CAD for like ever. When some people didn't even know what to name themselves on TradingView, I've been following the CAD. We've been selling it every time it comes to the top. Every time it come here, 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 every time it come here. Those were sell opportunities. We're doing the same thing here. Now, there is a good chance that you get a trade like that. But there's a chance you get a trade like this and they go back up. See that? Go back up like this, and they can even make a higher high before they come down. So in that case, I would say move your stop, wait, see what happens. If they go higher, guess what happens? We look for a sell opportunity again. If they go higher, it's going to just break that top and turn. It is not going to go much higher. This entire structure will eventually go to the downside. Is it this one? I think no. I don't think this one is going to go. I think we will come down. We'll probably go back up. Maybe come back down, go back up. Maybe come back down, go back up, and then fall. We will see a number more of these structures before they fall. I don't think this one is going to fall, but if it falls, I will not complain, because I will always be in a sell. Right? I'm not expecting this to go, but I will always try to be in a sell on the CAD, just in case this is the one that is going. We've been doing that forever, and we will keep doing that, because one of these will really take off. And when that happens, we want to be in the trade. Right? The idea of trading is to protect your capital, not the trade itself. And if you see that the trade setup that you had is changing the structure, your job as a trader is to protect what you have. That is your capital. And don't think about what you don't have, which is the profit you can't see, right? If this trade takes you out, so be it. Look for another trade. If you have capital, you can trade every single day and you will make profit. If you don't have capital, well, you can kiss it goodbye. You have nothing to trade with, right? That's it. So watch this trade. I still think it's going to go more, but we're looking at the setup and we're thinking it's not looking very aggressive as yet. Now, if it goes good for us, no big deal. You don't have to worry about it. If it pulls back and then go, we will, and they take you out. Let's say you move your stop to this level. They pull back, they take you out, and then start to go. You sell again. That's what we will do, right? That's what we do here. We do that day in, day out. Okay, so that was for the challenge for you guys. Let's go look at the charts, all of them. Dollar index downside. Remember, dollar index made this here, and we said we were expecting some downside and maybe up again. Well, actually, they're still going down, so that could change the structure as we look at it. It is still in a downtrend, and they haven't broken out of the trend, as you can see. We were thinking they would come like this to the trend and then go down. Well, they're actually going down without that, and that is good, which means we're going to move this trend line when we see them going very far, still in a downtrend. We'll move the trend line and look for this. We look for a pattern. If we see a pattern in it, we would take that pattern to the downside. Right now, it's going down nicely. So let's see what happens. I think they will break this low now. And that means we can expect euro to go up some more. I don't think euro will totally break the top, even if dollar index break the low. So we'll be watching euro. We actually exited the sell. Remember, we were in a sell from here. We closed that sell. We actually took this buy to the upside. We bought this during the news event. We bought euro. We bought, I think it was euro and New Zealand was the buy for us. We did not buy the Aussie and the pound. We actually sold CAD, sold Swiss. We did not sell the yen because we thought yen didn't show a lot of potential to going down, but it actually went down nice. We bought silver. Some of our traders buy gold. Right? Those are the trades we were trading during that news event when we got this trade. Traders are moving their stops because at any point now, we think that this thing could still go down, right? If they break the trend line, the only time I'll consider this starting a bigger uptrend is if they break out of that top and break the trend line again. That means we'll be going up long term. Remember what I said, if they break out of this, we are looking for long-term trades to the upside. So far, I don't see that happening as it looks right now. I still think we're going to get more downside, at least back to this level. So we'll be looking for a turning point somewhere at the top there and a reason to sell it. If we get that, we will be selling, right? Well, we've been buying silver. We got tagged in an entry order in silver. Wait, remember I told you guys I had 4 entry orders there? We got tagged in 2 of them, which is amazing. The other 2 never went so low for us. But hey, don't worry. We still have them there. We're not taking them off. Oh, I explained that like 10 times. The question is, why do I prefer silver and not gold? I explained that. I'll explain it at the end of the webinar if you stick around. The cost of silver. I think a few people didn't get that because somebody was asking me the same thing on TradingView. On YouTube. Why do I think trading gold is more needs more money and more dangerous than trading silver? Look at the price. That's why. It's so simple. Just look at the price. If you can't figure that out by looking at the price, then you probably shouldn't be trading any of the 2 because you have no idea what you're doing. So look at this. Watch it. We look for a downside. Let's see what the pound is doing. Pound, all of you know I'm looking for the downside on pound, not the upside on pound. I'm looking for a sell setup on pound. If I get it, I will take it. Now, can this thing go some more up? I think it can go some more up. I will not be interested in a buy until this one comes back to the trend line and then start going up. This would be my buy setup. Now, look at the 4-hour. They came down, but they didn't come down far enough. So I'm not interested in this to the upside. If I get a sell set up anywhere here, we'll take the sell back to the trend line. And if they break, we keep it. If they start to bounce, we'll get out of the trade and we'll look for a buy setup for one more impulse to this level. I think if they come here, we'll look at this level and then we'll look at that level. Those are the 2 areas we think they can get to. Those are the targets we'll be looking for. Yeah. So what we'll do is wait, move this here. I don't know that that is the top. That is why I'm not, selling it as yet. We will wait to see when we get a nice correction here and then sell. On the 1 hour, it looks like they're breaking here now. If they break and they give me a small flag, I'll be looking for a sell. All right, I want to see that flag to confirm that it is going to go lower, and then I would look for the sell. Don't jump into trade because they break some trend lines. You would lose your account if you do that. People who tell you to do that have no idea what they're doing. Yes, it's recorded. Thank you. Aussie. How many of you have been following me for more than a year? If you haven't, I know a lot of you, so don't give me a yes if you haven't been following me for more than a year. If you've been following me for less than a year, give me a yes. Because it's important, I'll show you this. Okay, so you probably did not see the webinar, or if you have not heard me said very much when I said, don't ever trade pin bars. Those of you who are here more than a year know what I mean by that. Don't trade pin bars. People who do that lose their account, go away, come back, trade pin bars again, lose their account again, go away, come back, and still trading pin bars. If you go to the daily, and a lot of you have an option to see TradingView, and you see some traders are trying to tell you, hey, sell this pin bar here. See, hey, there's a wonderful pin bar. When it comes half of that pin bar, sell it and put a stop above the bar. They lost their accounts a number of times. doing that crazy, stupid thing. And guess what? They do it again. They just keep doing it over and over. You know why? Because they're selling you signals. And there are, don't use anybody's name in the room, please. I am not talking about directly any particular trader. I'm talking about the principle of trading pin bars, right? Well, that is more important to me. The principle of trading pin bars. You should not. Any trader who does that is crazy. I don't care who is doing it. You will lose your account. I'm telling you now, and you will lose it many times because you need to learn to trade. That thing has no value. It's just a candle. Like how many times I've shown you guys, do this, put it to line bar. And what happens to your pin bar? It disappeared. The reason it disappeared because it doesn't exist. It's an illusion. It's not there. You are coloring it. The candles are green and red because you colored them. The candles are there because you put the candle there. What you're looking at is statistics of price action, not candles. What the price is doing right now, and the price is going back up. That's what the price is doing. It's the price action is important. What is it doing? What is the structure doing? What is the structure telling you? That is what is important. Not a wick and a candle. You put anything else but a candle in your strategy is no good. And please, I don't know how long people will take to learn that stuff. It is useless to do that. Now, do I think Aussie is going to go down? I think they probably saw me say, hey, Aussie is going to go down, so let's sell this pin bar. It's going to work. Well, it's not going to work because that's not what the chart does. Aussie will go down. How long I've been telling it's going to go down from here? And we actually have a trade on from that point. Exactly from this point, in the break of that top, we have a trade on. And that trade is still on until today. We are not closing it. Why we're not closing it? Because we think Aussie could come here. When it breaks this trend, we will consider closing it. So we think this one will go down some more. Look for this impulse. Don't miss it. And don't trade pin bars. Look, wait for this structure to break. They will. And when they break, they'll make a small flag for you. If they don't make the flag, don't sell. Because if they don't make the flag, what is going to happen is they're going to do this, tag you in a trade, go back like this, then come down, break here, make a flag, and you wouldn't be in this trade from this point because you have already lost 2 trades. And some people have lost their accounts. How many of you making money with this? I've got so much message from people telling me how much you're making success finally. This is what you got to do. Watch the structure. And believe me, what you're learning here is nothing compared to what you would really learn when you're in my group. Watch this trade. There is a good trade coming here. And when it comes here, you will be a buyer. We are buyers and we will be buyers. So watch this. I still think that trade is possible. The only time you would not take a sell in this trade is if this continue air and break the trend line. If it breaks the trend line, that doesn't mean it's not going to go down back. But we will have to wait to see what the structure is doing. And only then I will make a decision whether I am closing the buy and closing the sell and getting into buys, or is it still going to go down on a bigger structure? Right? I will answer that question at the end of the course. I just told you everybody should Skype me. Watch the very start of the webinar. If you Skype me, you'll get it. So I'll answer that question. Somebody's asking how to get in the group yet. So watch this trade. It's a good trade. Don't miss it. New Zealand. Stay out of the New Zealand. I think it will go down too, but it's going down slower than the Aussie. And it's a little messy. You get break-even trades if you take it. We didn't take the buy in it. We were looking for the buy. We didn't take it. We didn't take the sell because it's not moving very good. Yen is very slow now. It's correcting. You're getting a correction. You see, we finally broke this. So we will probably have deeper corrections here before they go. I don't think this is the one that will go, right? That will not go as yet. This could come up. It might break out here. It's going to break out very passive. If they make a corrective structure like that, we will sell this. Now, if yen goes from here, it is only going to break this top and then start to come back down. It wouldn't go very far. So I'm not taking this buy. I'm waiting for a bigger correction, then I'll be buying the yen. And yes, I will be buying the yen. Remember how many times I told you guys we are buying the yen? This is a correction to go up. They will make a bigger correction here, and then we will all take that trade up to this level. This is the next big trade coming in the yen. But they've got to make a pullback. This pullback is not the pullback I'm looking for, right? So when we see the pullback we're looking for, we'll take the trade. I think you may even get some short-term sell setups. Right now might be a little dangerous to take it. This one might not go far, it might come here, but then look for this one. They'll make something like this, pull back here, and then go. If you're new to me, you're wondering what the hell is this guy drawing here, right? Crazy stuff. Go and look at the cat chart that I post. I'll come to that one. Cat, since I already show you what the cat could do and that it could pull back, you want to move your stop. Let me show you this one. I think right in the hourly, right in the hourly. How we do those forecasts and how they work, amazing. So let's go back. You remember this trade I post? I think a couple of you should remember, those of you who follow me in TradingView. I said, look for this trade to break and come, right? And it broke, I think it did this, and then it started to go back down, and the trolls came in, and I was like, let me explain to you how this thing works. Let me actually show you step by step how you will know what it will do. And let's go step by step. Daily. On the daily, you have this. Oh, I lost my cursor. Give me a second. Get it back. And then on the daily, it's going to be a 1, 2, 3. It's going to break that top. On the 4-hour, it's first going to come up here. It's going to go back down and then do that up move. On the 60 minutes, it's going to come down here a little. It did come down a little. It didn't break the low. It went up there, went up to that level, broke this top, came down back, break the low, and then go back up. You want to see what CAT actually did? You can just click on this and you'll get it. So it went up, it came down, then went up. How we know it's going to do that? It went up from, I think the post was here. Let's go back to the post where it was. This is where I'll click it there so it can fix. It went up, came down, broke this low. First it broke the top, broke the low, and then it went up. What does the daily say it's going to do? Put this in the daily. Daily says it's going to make 1, 2, 3. You want to have some fun? Go read all the chat that was in there. Go read all the messages some of the guys were posting in there when I post all of that. If you want to have some fun, you can do that. It's fun to read and watch them disappear. They all disappeared after they look at the chart. How we know that is what it's going to do? Simple. Wave analysis. Nothing but wave analysis. We can tell you not one move, not just one single move. Hey, it's going up or it's going down. We tell you it is going to go up, it is going to come down, and then it's going to go back up. And then we give you the internal moves of every piece of it. It's not magic. It's all based on wave analysis. It's not based on anything else but wave analysis, not support and resistance, not pin bars, not candles, not candlesticks, not anything. The waves that they make, because that is how the chart, that's how these wave patterns behave. That's what you guys have to learn. Watch this. It could go up one more. And if it goes one more from here, it's only going to break this top and we will sell it again. That is how it will behave. If it doesn't do that, wait for a flag and then sell. It will come all the way to the low. See? Which one? We will see as it's developing. As the smaller waves are developing, they will create bigger waves and then we will know how it behaves. Right? Yes, the down is a correction. This move down is a correction. It is not the impulse we are looking for. Once this structure changed, that impulse has changed, right? So let's go. Swiss. Stay out of the Swiss. I think I remember telling everybody, stay out of the Swiss. Now, if you look at what the Swiss is doing, it's showing us a good sign that they could probably go down more. You know why breaking the trend line means nothing? Because now you have a 1, 2, 3. This comes here. It's going to break and come lower. So take this trend line out. The pattern that this is showing me that there's a potential pattern like this. 1, 2, 3 comes here. If they break here and make a flag, or if they make a flag in here, sell. Just like the cat, if they make a flag, sell. And you may keep this trade to break out of this low. Now, could this be something else? Right now, no. Let it develop, and if you get a sell, but if you ask me, you want to trade this or trade the cat, go for the cat. This structure is showing us that it will have to confirm that down move with a flag here. If they get a flag like this, confirming the down move, you can trade this down. Euro Oz, definitely upside. I think a lot of you have already seen this, and some of you may already be in the trade. If you're in the trade already, watch it when they break this top. Move that trade to break even. I know some of you have been watching what I'm doing, you're listening, you're learning, and that's good. That's why I do these webinars, so that you guys could learn. You will not get everything, but you'll get a lot, enough to learn to save you from losing your account. That's the main purpose of this. Help you not to lose your account. You probably you wouldn't understand structure too much by simply looking at these webinars, but at least you're gonna have an idea where, the direction that you're expecting to go. So I think this is gonna come up, and we can expect it to come all the way to the top here. Once they break this top here, they'll tell us if they're going or if they're gonna make one more down. Remember the Swiss just now, breaking the top, making a three-wave structure, and then down. We will confirm that when they break the top. We cannot confirm that right now, but it's to the upside. Euro New Zealand, also to the upside, but this pattern is a complex pattern. I don't know how many of you know all these patterns. This is looking like what we call a running flat, and that means you can look for this to make a small flag here in the 1 hour and then take the trade. I'm expecting more upside on this. Right, wait for that. If it doesn't give you that, or you can buy it on the break of the top, but you will have to know how to do that. Right? If you don't know how to trade these complex patterns, don't trade them. Skip them. Euro Yen, I think some of you should be in this trade already. Right? Up. Remember how long I've been saying Euro Yen will go up when everybody was going crazy that it will never go up? Let me see. I should have some charts from the 4 hour here where we're looking for upside. Oh, this chart started posting from somewhere here. I think all of you see it from a very long way back that we are looking for that big move up. Well, it's happening right now. Up, and this is going up. This could go very, very far. Let's see how far it's going to go. Depends on what the yen or the euro does. Right now, you're looking for one small move up, not a very big move, before a deeper pullback. Right? This is not a very deep pullback. So this will probably go some more, and then you'll start to get a deeper pullback. So keep your eyes on it. If you're in the trade, you just got to move it. Move your stops, follow it, and let it go. Right? Took the euro yen. Well done. A few people said they took it, so let's go. Watch it if you get this. If you get a flag anywhere in here, you can take the trade if you're not in it. Sorry, Euro Chief. Skip the Euro Chief. Forget about it. We're looking for a sell, by the way. You're looking for a sell setup here. You can see that. I think everybody can see that. Wait for it. Euro CAD. Very nice setup, actually. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Somewhere at the top here, wait for a flag and look for a sell setup. Good. Can this break out of this structure for more upside? Yes, they can, but rarely can I see that pattern making. This pattern is not that one. So what you would have to do is you'd wait for it to go there. You can buy it if you get a buy setup. This is not a buy setup. Wait for them to pull back. I think my traders knew this morning we could look for a buy setup on that, right? So if anybody took it, they'll have to have an entry order. If not, wait for a flag. If they make a flag here, you can buy this and then look for a reversal. Because this one is definitely going to go down back. This is going to go right back to about this level. It will come to the top here, and then we're going to look for this trade here. This should be a very nice sell, so you can pay attention to that. This should be a good trade. If it breaks the pattern, then we will consider. If they break out of this pattern, then I will consider long-term buys. Short-term buys, if you get a pullback, you can do that. If this makes a flag, you can get a short-term buy there. Rarely you will get it, though. Within this structure, that rarely happens. Euro Pung. Remember what I said, Euro Pung is going to go up? How many? At least from this level, when it fell here. Said watch for the upside, and everybody was like, I had to go post my wave counts, everything, showing them why it's going to go up. This is a good trade to the upside. Some of my traders are in it. I'm not in it. Man, those guys they're doing well, right? You're doing it. So we can look for a buy now. Let it break out. Let it make a flag, a 1 hour flag, and then we'd look for that trade to trade it up to the top, and we expect them to break out. Why break out? Because it's a pattern that will complete itself. See, I posted this way back. I think I can't remember what time frame. On some platform, we have a break of the low, and some we don't. So we are considering that it didn't break the low. right? You're still to the upside. Well done, right? Keep it. This trade is gonna go, right? And you, when it comes here, then we're gonna get the downside. They will complete 1, 2, 3. See? And then we'll be looking for the downside. So keep an eye on that. We can actually get a buy setup somewhere. Wait for a pullback. They will go. They'll make a deeper pullback at some point, and then you'll get the trade. If you're not in the trade, don't chase it now. Now is the wrong time to go and get it. All right, wait until they pull back deep, and then you're going to get into the trade. Pangos, we're looking for sells now. Now that they break out, there was potentially this could have gone up one more. We were looking for that this morning before they fall, but now it looks like they're not going to go because they're breaking this structure. That is not enough reason to sell it. Just breaking this structure is no reason to sell it. All right, let me just pull this trend line correct. Now we're going to look at this here as the down move, and that means at this point here, we want to see them actually do something like this. And then we will be selling. So this doesn't have a sell setup until next week. I hardly think they're going to go down from here. Wait until next week to get a sell setup in it, but it's a long-term sell setup. Why it's a long-term sell setup? Because you were supposed to buy it here. That was your buy. Now it's time to sell. Remember that buy? Remember that buy there? That was your buy. Now it's a sell time. Now it's not the buy, right? Let me just go back in it and click so you can see. Come on. That was your buy setup. Now we're looking for a sell setup. And that sell setup should give us this trade here. 1, 2, 3, and then we're looking for that trade. So remember last week I told you guys about the A-B squeeze pattern? All of you saw that webinar I did? And I told you we identified a pattern that's called the A-B squeeze. Here is an example of what it is. You got a sharp move down as an A wave, you got to pull back as a B wave, and then you start to get this. See that mess there? That goes up. This is a classical A-B squeeze pattern that we found. Nowhere has that identified. There is a similar one on the Peng Yen. I'll show you the Peng Yen one also, very similar. Now we're looking for sell setups, and that's a long-term trade to the downside. We think Peng will go down, so we will watch Peng and all the Peng pairs to the downside. By the way, you'll start seeing a lot of traders showing that as if they found it too, right? it will be in trading view from some people who think that, you know, I'm looking at their charts. Let's go. So watch this here. I think at this, we're making a top there and we'll be looking for a sell setup, right? So let's look at this on the 4-hour. I'd be careful on this for one reason, because there's a chance that there's a very good chance they may test the high again before they come. But if they don't, wait until this comes down, make a flag, and then look for a sell setup. It's a little too early, right? But we will be looking for the sell. Right, keep an eye on this one. Peng Yen. Well, this one was never going to go up. I think all of you have been tracking that, right? This was never, ever going to go up. The trolls were in here like no tomorrow, man. They were like, oh, what is he talking about? It keeps going down, right? This is a classical A, B squeeze. So if you were following me, I keep saying, guys, don't worry with them. This will go up. It will go up. There was no point that I said it's going to go down. I said, this thing will go up. And the trolls keep coming in and they're coming in. Well, guess what? It's up. Now you got to be careful because it's at the top. And there is a very small chance they will test this stop and then they're going to go down. We will be looking for sell setups, but it's not there as yet. That's a typical AB squeeze. And remember, you will not hear about that or find that anywhere else on any Elliott wave plays or any wave theory people. By the way, wave theory is something I came up with because people used to say, you're not doing what Elliott wave did. I said, okay, forget about Elliott wave. I'm working with wave theory. I just you know, off the blues, just hey, I have wave theory. I'm not looking at Elliott wave alone, right? Suddenly, I see a lot of people calling themselves wave. I like, do you know where that came from? I made that up. That was just fictional. I just made it up because I didn't want to call myself wave Elliott waver, right? And people are using it like, hey, I'm a wave trader. They didn't even know where that nonsense came from. The guy made it up. It's nonsense. There's nothing like that exists. I simply don't want to be an Elliott waiver because I'm not a classical Elliott waiver. I use the work that Elliott did, but we have more to it than that. Yes, we have much more. Yeah, I just made it up. I think it was in TradingView. I just came on, and one guy said, "What are you talking about? You're an Elliott waiver. Your conks are different." I said, "Oh, I'm not only Elliott waiver. I'm a wave trader." Right? And that was how the whole thing, a wave trader, came. Everybody will call themselves classical Elliott waiver. And that is where that thing came up from. And then everybody starts using it as wave traders. I'm a wave trader, right? Let's go. I think we will get this trade up to the top here. Watch it. There's a good chance you could get a buy here, a short-term buy, and then we'd be looking for the downside, right? I made it up just not to argue with the guys as to why. I think I posted a chart with an ending diagonal, and everybody like, that's not an ending diagonal. Well, we look at it as an ending, but that's by the rule of Elliott wave. It doesn't work. Okay, we're wave traders. We're not Elliott waivers. And the name came up, right? You see, when you say something, people follow you and they don't know what is it, right? That's where it came from. Just like the AB squeeze. One of my traders just came up with the name, AB squeeze. Right? So look for this trade. You could probably get that trade. You got to be careful with watch it when it comes to the stop, move it to break even, because if they don't break the top, if they don't break through the top, they will just do this and come down. We're still looking for a sell. The bigger trade is to the downside when they break the top. Right? So look for the downside. I always said to people, you know, somebody just made a comment. So I always say to people, you guys can't see the comment, right? It's about the market. I always said it doesn't matter what the names of the structures are as such. It's matter what the structure is doing. You will make money if you understand the structure. The names are just to help you identify them. Like we all have names so we can, you know who is who, basically, right? That's the whole purpose of naming them. Elliott could have named them anything. He just used very common practical name. If it's a flat, it's a flat. If it's a triangle, it's a triangle, right? So my guy said, well, it's a squeeze. Let's call it AB squeeze. It's very practical. It's very simple. It's not complicated. People try to make it complicated. That's not what it is. Look for this trade, guys. I think this is a nice trade. Punkad. Punkad looks a little more upside. It's the only one of the punk pairs that I think looks a little more upside. Right? The rest of them, even if they go, it's very short term. But watch this. This does look like it wants to give us one more impulse up before it comes down. That is why I said be careful. Watch the CAD. The CAD could turn at any time. Remember I said you want to move your stop on the CAD because this thing could go back up anytime. That was how much minutes ago did I say that? I think just about 38 minutes ago. Watch it. It could go right back up from this point. Because that's what the structure is telling us. If you move your stop, you're out of that trade for profit. See? That's it. You know what the market could do just by looking at what the structure is doing. It's that easy. It's not that difficult. It's not magic. If this trade is going to go down more, they will have to consolidate here, go back up, consolidate here, and we will all be in the sell again. But it's better to get out on the sell here and get in back the sell here than watch it comes here, take you out for break even, and then start to go down, right? I think we're looking for a little more upside. Let's go back. Punkad, we were looking at the Punkad just now. Punk Chief. Punk Swiss. This was a short-term trade. If anybody took that trade, watch it when it comes to the trend line. I was showing my traders that this morning, very short-term. At the trend line, they'll tell us if they're breaking or if they're going up. So let's go to the 4-hour and watch that. I think we could see them break out. If you're in the trade, don't take off the trade. Move your stop to break even when it comes to the trend line. If you're not in the trade, wait for them to break the trend line and pull back, and then get in the trade. So look for that. At the end of the webinar, again, somebody's asking about the training. Please wait to the end of the webinar, and I'll tell you. If you stick around to the end, you'll get the answer. Aussie yen, we'll get there very fast. Aussie yen upside. I still think there'll be more upside, right? It wasn't very nice. So if you're going to trade this, wait for a flag and then buy. Don't buy it right now. Because if Aussie turns to the downside, it's going to drag this down very strong. New Zealand yen, I think upside. Some of my traders bought here. We were looking for a buy here. That's a good one. If you get a flag here, see these flags? See these flags? If you get a flag here, buy. Right? Oh, thank you, Namura. If you look at this, you get a flag here, buy. All yen pairs. If you see a flag, buy. New Zealand CAD. You may get one more sell in this. It's going to come up here and look for one more drop. Should you buy this to the upside? I think a bad idea. But if it breaks at any point here, sell it. One more sell in this, and then look for buy setups. Comes here, look for one more sell, and then look for the buy. If they break the top only, then you buy. When they break out of that structure, then you buy. Aussie CAD. Aussie CAD was a sell setup. I'm still in the sell. They may go down some more. I still think more downside is in this, but they will probably give you a pullback first. You see they're going back up first. So we'll probably get another short-term trade here if you're buying. Not the best buy, I can tell you that. But if you want to take a risk at buying it, you can do that. But I'm looking more for the downside on it. Right now, this is more of a consolidation. They could come back here. If they do this, if they give me a bigger sideways here, then I'll close the trade because that will mean a longer term trade upside. Right now, it's very short term if they go up. They'll just break this top by a couple pips and then come back down. Aussie, New Zealand, very similar structure. Go in the 4 hour. They're making a corrective structure here. And when they do, we'll look for that trade and then we'll look for the breakout. You would have to wait some more for that corrective structure. On the 1 hour, you may even get a sell setup, right? In the 1 hour, you're likely going to have a sell setup here. It's very short term before they go back up. So this could be a very short term trade here and then watch it at the upside. So if you take the sell, if you get the sell setup and you take it, make sure you get out with profit because it's very short term. Silver. Come on, let's see how many of you did buy silver. How many of you bought silver? Yes, I've been saying buy silver, right? Just buy silver. Can't repeat it more, right? So we managed, of the big trades we were putting in, we managed to grab 2 of them. If you remember, we bought here on the break of that low. We had another entry order at 1610. We have order at 1510, 1550, and we have an order at 1510. Well, they didn't get to 1550 and 1510, so we're in these 2 trades going. Hopefully this goes the way we think it is going to go. So those are very long-term trades. What I will do is this. Let me just give you, and then I'll tell you why silver, not anything else, right? We will watch this trade as it comes back to the top here. There isn't any support or resistance at that level, so forget about it. We'll be looking at the structure when it comes. If it breaks through these top, we're expecting it to come to about this level. And then we would look at this entire structure to see when it is going to go back down. Right? So I think it has more upside. Can this structure change and show us downside? Yes. If they come back like this and go like that, and we look at this structure and we think that this is a flag for downside, we will close the 2 trades we are in and we will put more orders at the bottom here. We wouldn't be selling this, we'd be buying it. If I see that structure change. Right now, nothing in that is telling me it's changing. It's going up very nice. As of now, it is still going up. Charts are lagging. Okay, everybody who's getting lagging type a Y. We're almost finished, so we wouldn't stop it now, so it doesn't make sense. Right? I hope it did. I'll go slow for you guys. Right? I'll go slow because we're almost finished. 4 hours. If you get any flag, I'll wait for everybody to get it. If you get any flag here, small flag, buy again. We will buy again. We'll pull those orders from the bottom and we'll take them here. Right? And we're going to buy a lot of this silver and see how it goes. Okay? Very easy. It couldn't be easy. Here's the best part of it. The account that is trading this silver is trading without leverage and without stop. Remember I was saying that? So somebody was asking me why silver and not gold or anything else. Well, it's simple. The reason for silver, you can trade silver that way is this. Let me just go through it. I've been talking about silver for over a year now, why you can trade silver like that. Let's go to the weekly charts. So we'll come to everything. I'm just let everybody know. Silver price is here. That's 16. Silver can go to 0. And that will be a $16 loss on the trade you bought if you're not buying with leverage. On every ounce, you're going to lose $16 more. Now, any one of you think that silver could get to 0? If you think silver will get to 0, give me a yes. I think no. We don't even think silver will get to 10, right? So if we don't think it's going to get to 10, all you have to do is calculate your risk to 0. And what you're going to say, if silver gets to 0, it can't break my account. So if you're trading a leverage account, make sure that when silver hits 0, you're like 75% down on your account, drawdown on your account. Not losing, drawdown. And your account could handle 75% drawdown if you buy silver with no stop. And at 0, it will be 75% drawdown. You don't have to worry. There is nowhere beyond 0. 0 is like the bottom for silver, right? There's nothing beyond. So when it hits the bottom, you are 75% down on your account, drawdown. After that, it will go back. I almost promise you that after 0, it's going to go back up. I think that is something I can promise. I rarely promise anything, but I promise you when silver hits 0, it will go back up. They wouldn't be sharing silver in the street for free. And that is why you can afford to buy silver, but you can't do the same for gold. Because gold is at 1,233. You see the difference to 0 from 1,233? I think if some of you buy even one mini lot of gold, your account will not handle this dropping to 0. Maybe even one, I don't know, is there anything one micro lot? Your account might not handle this dropping to 0. Forget about cost of production. Think about going to 0. Let's just think about going to 0. And then you understand why silver is what you want to trade and not gold, right? Because your account cannot handle the drop that is going to happen if you don't have a stop. And if you have a stop, you'll probably be stopped out and then watch it go. The idea about silver is they can't stop you out. So whenever it goes up, you will get profit. And it will go up. That's the point. It will go up. It always goes up. It will go up, come down, go up, come down, and then we will decide how to trade it. We know how these waves work. That's the good thing about it. We know how structure behaves, and that means we know when we are in the wrong side and when we can get out for profit and then get in back again. We can't do that with gold. See why silver? Go trade silver, don't trade gold. You will make equal amount of money if you're using, lot size equally and all of that. But silver is almost riskless in that sense. Gold is not. The amount of lot size you can buy in silver, you cannot buy that in gold because of the distance gold can go to take you out, right? So that is why gold, I think we may break out now. We'll see. It looks like they're going to go very actively and break out of this. If they break out, you can buy, but you have to trade this short term with stops, right? Is there a possibility for some more downside here? Possible. Keep an eye on it. If it starts to drop, silver may go down. I don't think that will happen, but if it does, silver may go down and you may get that small trade there. Right? Not the best trade. I don't know. I don't trade it. So not the best trade, I'll say. Very short term. I'm in the 1 hour, right? US oil upside. You can see the trade setups there already. My traders are in. If they make another flag here, take the trade again. This one is easy, right? Remember last week we said this reversal here is a good sign. If they make a flag, take the trade. I don't know how many of you took it, but if you're trading, you should be in the buy. Same with UK oil. Same thing. You can trade it until they get to this top. And when they get to the top, then you want to be careful. Get back to this top there, that area. Just take profit at some point. When they get back to this area here. When they get back to the top, then you'll be very, very careful, right? Natural gas upside too. Same thing. They're making another consolidation here. Wait for this consolidation and then buy again. I don't see a reversal sign as yet, so you can buy again when they do that, right? They'll make another correction here and then you buy again. All the Swiss pairs are not looking good. Stay out of them. Stay out of this one. Stay out of this one. This one actually you can buy. This one is a buy setup. You can see that. Take this off. This could come down some more. I think they could come down one more here, but this setup is actually looking for a buy if it breaks out. If that breaks out, it's a buy setup. Aussie Chief, same thing. Looks, you know, looks like a consolidation in the making here. So if they do, we'll look for one more buy. This could go down, but we're looking at this setup here for downside. I'm not convinced of that downside very much as yet. If it makes a very, very nice setup for a sell, then I'll consider it. Right now, I'm not considering it because of the flatness of this here. The nature of that is not that's a good sell setup. S&P 500 going sideways. Actually, you're getting the upside here, right? You're getting an up trade. If you take that up trade, be careful. Trade it and move your stop into profit as soon as you can. Once they get into this area here, you can see what is happening, right? Once they get into that area there, they can come back here again. So it's not a structure that is going to go very far because they're at a very, very top. This thing is already at the top, and that means turning point is coming very, very soon. Right? If you put this in the weekly, you'll see that trade there, and if you put it in the monthly, you will see how you can know that they're going to go there, right? See this? I think it was this one. Let's put the first one. When everybody thought it's going to fall, we were saying watch for the correction and then up back to that level. See? That is the level you need to watch it at. We are exactly at that level now. Now you got to watch it. Because at that level, you can start to see it turn. It's not turning as yet. You can start to see the turn in slow, lower time frame, and you will see it. By the way, you want to have some more fun, read the comments on this one. Go click that one and read the comments. You're going to see. Let's go. Nifty. Yep, there's a big one coming in the turn there. I think I posted that turn to watch it as well. You can watch it. Nifty, we'll look at Bitcoin 1 second. Nifty is going up. If you're buying Nifty, be careful. It's dying out. They could push some more up, but I would be very, very careful in the buys, moving your stop. Make sure you're taking profit because this could turn at any point, right? It could go some more. I'll think fib it to the 270. Let's see where that is. Probably fib this move up and see how far you think that could go. Let's fib this one here. Oh, you're close to the 270. Let's see the bigger 270 on this one. They'll probably pull back. If they're going to get to that bigger 270 there, they'll probably pull back and then go. See that? I think that will have that is what likely going to happen. Because this move going up here is already dying out in the daily. You're getting a lot of daily divergence in this piece here. So this could climb some more, and then you're going to get a correction, and then you may get one more wave up. So watch this. Bitcoin, let's see what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin has climbed up so much that if you're actually a trader in Bitcoin, if you're in the buys, start taking some profit. I would say start being very, very careful. Take some profit. See what happened the last time they did that? They drop it. What's going to happen this time? They're going to drop it again. When they're dropping it, well, that's always a question of when it's going to happen. And you will never know that, but watch this pattern here. If they start to make a consolidation in here in the 4 hour. Right now, this piece is even looking a little more up. This here is looking a little more up. If this up does not break that top, pull this trend line here. And if this doesn't break the top and start to come down, sell. Exit your trades once they break here and look for sell setups. It's very likely it could be happening now. Right? Once they consolidate to the top here, that is likely going to happen now. Watch it. Can this go above the top? If it goes above the top, you take this buy here and it goes above the top, that's okay. You move your stop, move your stop, move your stop, and watch for the drop. It is going to drop very soon. I don't think it will go much further. It's about to, not necessarily right now. Let's look at somebody want copper. And okay, the DAX, we look at the DAX also. DAX is the sell setup is already for, stay out of copper, it's not going anywhere. DAX has a sell setup in the making. Good. Now, once they break this top here and they keep going, this broke the top there again, right? So I'll be looking right now for some kind of a sell setup on this, right? I'll be looking for a sell setup. Now the upside may go one more. I don't think it's huge upside. You got this pattern here. See this pattern here? They broke out of it. This was a sell setup for us. That's a break-even trade. They go up. They make a high. If they keep doing this, it's going to make a very, very sharp fall. So you don't want to be tagged in the buy. You want to be in the sell. I don't see this going up very much more. Let's put it in a daily. We already broke out of the top, which is this top here. Yep. You're getting a lot of divergence here. So, you know, they can go a little more, but eventually they're coming back here and probably even break down for a bigger correction. So when you're at the top of this, you got to be careful. Be very, very careful. Any buys in here you take will be very short term, right? If you get a buy set up here and you take this buy, it's going to be short term, which means you get profit, take it off, and watch for the downside. Don't try to buy when you're at the top of it. Short term, yes. Short term, you may get a short buy in it, but I would not be keen on that buy. Because if you see the idea of the short term buys, these small pull is to get more buy orders tagged, is to get more buyers in and then drop it. The fear that this is going to go away and you will not be in the trade. What you need to do is go backwards and look at where are we in relationship to everything else. Your buy shouldn't have been here. Your buy should have been at the bottom here. But why didn't you buy there? Because you were fearing that it would go down. Most people sold there because they are afraid that, oh, if I don't sell here, I wouldn't be in this trade. It's going to go down without me. These drops scared a lot of people and they sold. The people who buy it here push it to the top here to make profit, and they would actually like you to buy back into the top there. You sell it to them here and they would like you to buy it back from them there so that now they can drop it for more profit. Come and buy back at the low and then go back up. See, they bought back here and then go it back. Buy, go. I think right now that's a top. I don't see that going very far more to the upside. It could go some more, but not very far. So you want to be careful of the buys now. Wait for it to come back. If you want to buy, you could have bought here. Wait for this to come back here and then buy if you get a setup for a buy. That would be a better idea. So, okay, I think everything, we've run through almost everything. Pong Oz, we did that already. You can watch the recording. I'll stop the recording here. I can take some questions and then stop the recording. Any questions? You got some questions here. 1 second, don't type all at the same time. Let's say, following your post in trading view, for some reason you're suspended or something. Go look at my very last post in trading view. You will see what the thing is, because it's a long story. I don't want to go over it here again. First time here in general, are you a swing trader, day trader, position trader? I'm a wave trader. Anil, for entries, do you look for over? No, I don't look for over. There's nothing like oversold and overbought in currencies. You can get that in stocks, not in currencies. Answer asked, why is the what? I don't know what your original question was, but I see a why, so I don't know what that is. So what you look for to put entries, I look for the structure. Next question. Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Mohammed. The first time here. Okay. Do you have any course notes or any conduct class? Yes. Here's what you're gonna do for everybody. Mohammed's question. Add me to Skype. MANGAL457. If you're watching this webinar, add me to Skype and you will get all the information about the training courses we do. By the way, we have a training course, not a series of webinars we give you. It's a live training course. We train you for 6 weeks. Send me a message in Skype and I'll give you all the details of it. Right? Let's go. Let's get some more questions. So to put an entry based in wave theory is better. Watch in small time frames. I don't use the 15 minutes. I look at the 60 minutes most of the time. 15 minutes is too short. I like to keep very long-term trade. If you're asking like swing trader, day trader, basically I don't put it as swing or day trader. I take trades that have a longer, that has a possibility to go for a longer move, and I keep them. If I have to come out of them, I come out of them. But most of the time, if the structure doesn't change, I keep them for longer term. We are in an Aussie sell for about more than a month now, I think. Can you do copper, please? We did that already. It's nothing is there to do, and just leave it for a while. So to put an entry order based on wave theory, I answered that one already. Can you look at USD Singapore? We'll see if we have time. If you stay on after the questions, we'll do that. We'll close the recording and do that. XAG, XAU, XAG, we'll do the same thing there. Close the webinar. Daniel, can you give us some info on their next course? The next course will be in September. Send me the Skype message. Skype me, send me a message on Skype and add me to Skype and I'll give you everything. USD CAD, we don't look at the wave counts in here. I think that's it. They're done. Let me see. I've done answer all those questions. Good. I think they're all done. Okay. Answered live. Done. Good. Let's see some questions here now. Oh, so much questions. You guys give me a second to do this. This will take some time. What's your thought on cryptocurrencies for long term? No, I'm not interested in them, not for short or for long term. I don't trade them. As a matter of fact, of buying and holding them, I think that's dangerous. That's just my view. I may be wrong, but that's my view. If somebody is taking my solid money to give me something that is virtual, I would rather be on the side of the person who is taking the money and giving the virtual rather than giving your money to get something virtual. If you understand what I'm trying to say. Does anyone have the name of the fractal video? Somebody can post that link for you if you have it. Somebody can help post the link for the fractal video. Try to buy silver, but the structure looks corrective for more downside. I don't care if it's corrective, I'll buy. I give my reasons why I'm buying. I just explained that already. Can you look for EU on monthly? I think IDC has the same 72. EU, okay, 1 second. We'll go at that. Ivan will look at it a little. Let me just take the questions, then we'll. What's your thought on crypto? Oh, I already give my thoughts on crypto because I haven't read an Elliott wave. I have read Elliott wave principle. What now? Well, what now depends on what you want to do. I don't know. You want to take my training course? Skype me. I'll give you the details. If you just want to practice Elliott wave based on what you read and see whether you can do it on your own, that's also an option. It's an option. It's a long-term option, and I'm almost sure you wouldn't be able to do it the way we do it. Right? There's a huge difference from what we do. Can you please? I've read Elliott wave. Let's go. Oh, and what about correlation? Should we choose between trades? There is no correlation in currencies. Sorry. I'll do a webinar on that. There is no correlation. If anybody tells you, if anybody trading Forex tells you that there is a correlation between any of the pairs, any of the currencies, run away from them. Listen to me again. Run away from them. That person has no clue what currencies trading is about. Run and run very fast. I will do a webinar on it and show you why they could never ever be, not that there isn't, but there will never ever be correlation between any two currencies because they're all separate economies. It's that simple. But I can go into the details and I can show you in the chart if you want. That's a whole different webinar. There isn't anything like correlation there. Run away from those people. They don't know what they're talking about. That's simple. Tell them I say so. I can prove it to them. What else? You've read the book. What is? I think I answered that already. Trade here. What is when you say flag, what does it mean? I mean a correction in a lower degree. Do you count one wave after you see a corrective structure? How we do wave count is a very long story. It's a 6-week story, actually. So if you send me a Skype message, I'll help you to get the information how we do that. I've read Elliott wave principles. I think that person retyped the question a number of times. Should we wait for 1,300? You mean 13, price 13 in silver? I don't know if it'll get there. And how do you time your entries when noticing a flag? Oh, we don't time the entries. We have a very specific strategy how to enter, but that is something I can only give you in my trading room. I cannot give you that in here. Sorry, there are very few things that is, we can't give you here because they're reserved for the trading room only. How do you manage swaps on long-term trades? You don't have to manage it. Once you're in profitable trade, it will pay for the swaps. If you're in a trade that is going against you, you probably want to get out of it, right? You don't want to keep it too long. If you're paying the spread and then you're paying swaps too. We take long-term trades trending that is going. So the price action is so strong that it pays the swaps are nothing compared to it. The person, I think this is like the fourth time you wrote the same question. If you were listening, I said, keep your question until I finish the webinar. Then Alan said, thank you for it. Thank you. A lot of thank you. Okay, I've read a little bit of principle. Well, that is like the fifth time. Can join your trading group prior to September. Yeah, you should be able to join the group sometime in July, August. Make sure you're in next time. Not sure what that is for me, if that makes sense. So this is the YouTube, I think the fractal somebody just posted through. Thanks, Tom. Tom, one of our traders, by the way. Please don't forget USD Singapore. If I can get through all these questions, guys, I will have to skip some of the questions so that we can do some of the pairs for the guys. Euro USD and Euro whatever is 99.7 correlation. Hey, if you believe it, go ahead. I'm telling you, there isn't any correlation in the currency market. Now, if you still insist on it, please be my guest. I'm just telling you what is a fact, what is the knowledge. You want to try, I mean, I show you people still trade pin bars. I believe it's nonsense, but people still trade it. So go ahead. There's no point for argument. You just go ahead and do it. What's happening in USD CAD? It's reversed. I think I explained that already. Somebody asked me what's happening in the USD CAD is reversing. Were you listening to the webinar? If you were, you would know that exactly at that point we were saying it could go back up, right? So just watch it. I do notice all the wave and the big picture only from 3-wave. Is it? Only form 3-wave. Is it impulse, correction, impulse? I don't know. We have to know. They do form 5 waves. I wouldn't say only 3 waves. I think they form 5 waves too, and I can show you 5 waves. So that is not correct. Like say, I was trying to think whether I should give you the answer to that or not, but no, it's incorrect. I can tell you that. Like saying a country has a twin country. More like that, Chris. Saying what they're saying is that whatever happens in New Zealand will happen in Australia, right? Whatever happened in British in Britain will happen, I don't know where, in Australia too, or whichever currency it's correlated to. It's nonsense. And if people want to follow the nonsense, let them go ahead and do it. When they lose their account, they will eventually find me to train them. That's the whole point. I'm not worried about it. They will lose their account first, and then they will come and call me and say, hey, I just lost $50,000. Can I pay you now $2,000 to take your course? And I was like, yeah, you should have done that before you lost the $50,000. And then you probably would make a lot of money, right? You would have used the $50,000 to make a lot of money. Why wait until you lose it and then come call me? Hey, please, I just lost $50,000. Can I take your course for a reduction? Hey, you lost $50,000 just now, my friend. My course is only $2,500. You see, you should actually have taken the course and then go trade. It is worth it. All right, let's go look at the charts now. You're about to lose 50,000. I don't know. That I can't say. They're just wasting. I know that they doesn't matter, right? They're not only wasting my time; they're wasting their own time. I've specifically set this time for this purpose. If they can leave their whatever they're doing to come here to troll, that's their life. You will get good at trolling. I will get better at answering questions. You see, I will get better at answering their questions. They will get better at trolling. That's all. We're training ourselves to do something, right? Whatever you do is what you get better at. So it's okay. I'll take their questions. The video to fractal, somebody just posted. Yes, Albert just posted. I think it was posted for my Tom. Okay, some people wanted to see Singaporean dollar. Let's go help them. Let's go look at that. I think have it here. Okay, Singaporean dollar. Watch it. It's making this big pattern here, big corrective structure. If you get a flag here and you would likely get a corrective structure, something like this, sell it. If they do it at the middle, you will get a good trade. You see, this one was at the bottom, so this one didn't go very far. It was there. But if they do it to the top here in the middle here and you get a nice flag here, you can get a very nice sell setup. Buying it here right now is a bad idea. Wait. Oh, the INR. I don't even have that on my chart. Let's go with those that I have. Any more on what I have? Somebody was asking XAU, XAG. I hope that person is still on. Let's look at that on the daily. It's kind of a big sideways move. You can see that there. If you pull this across here, it's kind of a big sideways move here. See that? And it looks like they're going to come down now, right? It looks like they're going to try to come down. So which means silver will be gaining value in relationship to gold. That is gold. If this is coming down, it is because gold is losing value in relationship to silver. Right? The gold is the lead. Pound Singaporean. Oh, if we start doing that, we will never stop. Let's see. Euro monthly. Let's go look at Euro monthly for Ivan. Here's what you need to look for. Look for this point here. If they break this structure here, if they break this structure and they consolidate there and break this structure, it's a long-term trade to retest this stop. If they come down from there, it's a short-term, well, very long-term trade also to break this low. So right now they're at the trend line. They've tested it once. They've broke this one and they've come down and they're testing it the second time. If this comes down from here, now we would look for a sell setup and we'll watch it to this level, right? And then watch for break. If they come only to this level and go back up, you want to buy here very long term. Right? If they do that, that's a very long-term trade to the upside. If they come down to this trend line, I'll be looking for a sell right now. I don't think this move is going up. So we would look for a sell setup here, and then we'll watch it to this level, and then this level, or if they go back up from there, you buy somewhere here for the upside. See? I think that's simple. So, okay, guys, I want to thank all of you. We did manage to have about 310 people in the room. That's normal, what we've been having. I think we need to make it 500 next time. So please pass the message over to a friend, give them the link. The link is still valid for the next 2 or 3 webinars, and then I'll post a new link. So don't be, your friend will say thank you for the invitation. So see all of you. Take care. Trade with care. Make some money. Bye-bye.